Do you feel helpless when the client calls for some quick antitrust advice and you're on the beach? Are you tired of lugging around spiral-bound copies of the federal guidelines and the Hart-Scott-Rodino rules? Do you want that Supreme Court case right at your fingertips, not 10 clicks away or behind a password that you can't remember? Then friends, here's the perfect portable solution for you. A new ebook from the ABA Antitrust section. The Handbook of U.S. Antitrust Sources. That's right, this digital dynamo gives you everything you need to be a high-power, full-service antitrust lawyer on the go. Here's what you get. Full text of all federal guidelines. Full text of the Hart-Scott-Rodino statute and all the HSR rules. Direct links to all of the Supreme Court antitrust cases. Direct links to the important agency websites for case filings and speeches. And much, much more. So let's look at some of the things that we can do with the Handbook of U.S. Antitrust Sources. Take, for example, the question of market power. If you wanted to find every reference in the federal guidelines to market power, all you need to do is use the search function and you will get those references. Click through them till you find the one you like. There's a cross-reference here, you'll see, to section 12. Click on that and it will immediately jump to section 12. Now let's assume that you want to further investigate the question of market power and you want to look at the Supreme Court's decision in the Grinnell case. Search for it. You've got one reference there. Keep searching. Now you go to the appendix at the end where they list all of the Supreme Court cases. You find the Grinnell decision, you click on it, and you're immediately connected to the opinion. Let's assume you want to do some Hart-Scott-Rodino research into the exemption for the acquisition of voting securities of a foreign issuer. You can search it again. You find the exemption in your table of contents, 802.51. Jump to that. There you are. You may find a cross-reference, for example. Click on that. You'll jump to the cross-reference. There may be another cross-reference to the statute. You can jump to that. Now that you've exhausted your research through the statute and the rules, you might decide that you want to see what the FTC's informal advice might be on this question. Go to the table of contents, click on FTC informal advice. You get sent to the link. Click on the link. You're all set up to put your search into the FTC informal interpretations database. Now, what if you're researching a leniency problem and you want to find the basic detrebling statute? Go to the table of contents, look under Basic Antitrust and Trade Regulation Statutes, click for the pull-down menu, and you'll find the Antitrust Enforcement Enhancement and Cooperations Act. Go to that, and there's your statute. You've reviewed the statute. Now you want to see what the Justice Department policy might be for leniency. You can find that by going to Appendix B, clicking on Other Helpful Links, and there you have a link to the Antitrust Division Corporate Leniency Policy. Click on that, and the policy is there right at your fingertips. These are just some of the things you can do with the Handbook of U.S. Antitrust Sources. So don't delay. Log on to the ABA bookstore and get your copy of the Handbook of U.S. Antitrust Sources right away. You'll be glad you did.